Hi, welcome to our Revival News today. It's the last Revival News in December, so thank you for tuning in. And today we do have the interview with Shane Bryant, who you guys got a little sneak peek of last week. And with him today is his wife, Jillian. So, welcome, Shane and Jillian. We're so happy to have you guys here. It's been a huge blessing this past week with you guys being here, and I'm excited to hear a little bit more about your testimonies.
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you for having us. It's really been exciting, and doing some work over here. I became a Christian in 1985 as a teenager. But I think, it's one of those decisions you make because of peer pressure.
Oh,
you understand?
So you don't feel like it was genuine then?
It was genuine at the moment, because of, everyone doing their thing. And, you kind of go up to you get the altar call and well, there was actually a youth minister, a young guy, and he calls you up and, and then you kind of just give your life to the Lord, and 6 months later, you back to the humdrum and back down to, what you were doing before. Actually, much worse off, I've got to tell you. I don't know how that kind of works, but with those decisions, there's no kind of regeneration. There's no hardcore decision. It's like a fleeting moment, because everyone's doing it and that. But I'll tell you what. When the Lord does call, when He does, it's for some people there might be, I don't know, some people fall over and things like that. But you certainly hear Jesus call, and it's a decisive. You basically hear His voice. It's internal. I didn't hear a booming voice, but it's a decision. When the God of heaven, it's like deep calls to deep, and I think that was a couple of years later. In fact, I had done my military service, and little did I know that Jillian had got together with my brother, and they were really concerned about me. She had never really known me, but they were praying for me. I didn't know that. So they prayed for months on end, and I think that's the way we met. My brother invited me on a youth, even though I wasn't a youth by then, but a youth camp. So I kind of thought, well, gee, that sounds good. There's, like we say, chicks, babes over there, so why not? So, and that's where I met her.
There she was.
So we started off becoming really, really good friends. It's just she just kind of came at the right moment in time. I was lonely. I really, really was super lonely, even though I had so many friends around. You kind of big boy and things like that, but then you almost go to bed sucking your thumb, saying, God, what am I doing?
So you were at that spot when you met her, kind
of. And again, it was one of those, as I say, when God really calls, He calls. And He makes no mistakes, Abigail. He really does make no mistakes. It's not one of those fleeting things. It's a decisive thing. Choose you this day whom you will serve.
So Jillian, did you grow up in a Christian home?
Well, I would say it was a Christian home. We went to Sunday school and my parents went to church and that, but it's only when I went to youth at another church did I hear God's call on my life. And I just wanted to say that I think God is clever sometimes, because we come from two different worlds completely. And mine was very stable, and I came from a stable home and a stable background. But together we can make a difference, because we were involved with youth a lot, and then you have broken kids, and then you have confused kids, and it's good for them to see that there's a balance in everything. So so from then it's not always good, you fall and you forget, but that's where I've come from.
Also, I'd love to hear a little bit more about how you found CLI. Like, was it typing it online?
Abigail, I was telling your father, he asked me the same question. I'd been studying for 8 years through a university in South Africa. I got bored. I really got bored. There was no interaction. You're on your own, basically. There's no lively videos. It's really academic. And I really, even though I love studying, I'd become a professional student any day. That's like my hobby. I got bored. And again, I don't know how. It was just by chance. I was just like, going through the internet, and CLI popped up. I'm not joking. It literally, I told Brian the cook, he asked me the same question. I said, well, it just came up. I forget what I even typed in, but there was CLI on the front page, and as I read, your very first page caught my attention.
Really?
The very first page. And I thought, I told Jillian, you know what, this sounds good. I'm going to try it out.
Shane had researched so much, and he had found, I think it was 2 other organizations.
Okay.
But they were like weird, if you want to say that.
Okay.
They were into like funny stuff, and almost anything goes.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay.
But CLR was solid from the very first foundation phase.
Yes. That's
it
what
was
caught my
Bible.
attention.
It wasn't this weird stuff.
Yeah, because
Right.
there were
Which
places like, I forget what the
Okay.
place's name is, but it's
Yeah,
like
some
anything
universal
goes.
thing.
You can be a Hindu, a Buddhist, we don't care what
It's
you
like,
practice, we'll
okay.
ordain you and all that stuff. And so I looked at that. But when I read CLR,
Right.
I actually forget what I even read, but I'll have to go and check it out. But just what that front page caught my attention. I said, man, this is sound stuff. This is sound stuff. And I didn't want to just enroll as I wanted to do my degree.
That's right.
I went straight to the degree page after I'd read that. I said, no, I'm going to do that. And I know you guys offered it for free. I told Jillian, I don't know, I want to pay for it. That's just the way I felt at that stage. You offer all these things for free, but I just felt I want to pay for it. But that's just who I am.
Yeah, I mean, and once again, it is amazing to be sitting here with a bachelor graduate. That's my goal, obviously,
Yeah,
to
you're doing
be
pretty well
there.
there.
Well, thank you. So it's definitely an inspiration in that regard, and just, I always loved how you would give us a call, and I got to pick up the phone and be like, oh, it's Shane. So, I mean, once again, it was never a dull moment hearing from you, and it has been a total just honor to be able to be with you through this education journey with us, I guess.
When I see how you guys do things, I've got to tell you, if I can take a moment here, you don't see Wally here with me, Wally Delafawante. He's kind of in the back room. You will be amazed what this guy does. And the multitasking he does. He's busy video recording us, and he's probably editing and doing sound and just all these things. I sat with him for about an hour or two. These guys are hard working guys, and every bit of education you're getting, and I mean that. Abigail and Anne, her sister Brianna, she's the registrar. They are so hard working, and every bit of education you're getting for free. You've got to know that these guys. I sat here with Wally until almost 6 o'clock while he's still working, and I just feel, Abigail, if it's okay. And I understand, it's good to receive, but Jesus did say it's more blessed to give than to receive, and I think there's a point to what the Lord was saying, because people like this, even though they don't shout it from the mountaintops that they need money, they've never asked for money. They don't ask for money. Everything is given by the President, Abby Reyenga, for free. I don't think there's any Christian organization that does this, but they still need funding. And I think if we kind of go on that thing that Jesus said, it's more blessed to give, and you allow him, and I know that we're not kind of tied down by the Old Testament tithing, but we're in the new covenant where we have to give with cheerful hearts. That's what Jesus kind of promoted, giving with cheerful hearts. And I really want to, everyone all over the world, these guys need your help. They never put me up to this. This is just something I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart. They need your help money-wise and whatever you're doing over there. Because the work they're doing with, like Abigail, I've sat with her at a desk. I've sat with Wally in the sound room. And I've sat with Anne, I've sat with Brianna, I've sat with Henry. This place is doing one heck of a job. And and really, I want to bless you guys. I really want to bless you. I'm
Shane.
so glad I came over, because we don't have a cooking clue what happens. We get to see there's a CLR sign, and we see you guys recording, and that's as good as it gets. And you're just getting. But this really is an eye-opener, Abigail. Just to work with you guys and see really it's hard work. It really is hard work.
I can definitely say the same about both of you guys. I mean, yeah, once again, you are doing some phone calls for me right now. You're going to help me out with the emails. So once again, you guys have been a huge blessing to us. You have been huge givers and just very caring. So all I can say is wonderful things for you guys as well. So
thank
it's
you.
just,
Thank you.
just so thankful that you guys could come out here, honestly.
Yeah. And you guys have welcomed us with open arms. And again, looking at the camera, they have done so much for us. They have been so hospitable towards us, and I don't think any thank you will ever do it. Yeah, just we'll have to give you 1,000 thank yous. But also, again, all I can say is that, just call on people just to do your part. Just if you've got some money and God's given you some extra money, don't wait for the increase. Do the right thing and give towards CLR. We don't need to wait for that increase. Be obedient to God, and because they're blessing you. Yeah, and thank you, Abigail, and Wally, he's in the back, and to your dad. He's a really humble guy. And if I can say, you don't often, I know of one guy where I come from in Ladysmith, and I won't mention his name, but you don't often find people they've got a brain, they're just meant to be here. And that's your dad. His brain is ticking over all the time with ideas. Yeah. And that's
true,
very
for sure.
few and far between. And he does it with a smile. Nothing seems to get him down. And especially the attacks you go through over here, there's always some spiritual attack and prayer needed for that. So.
Yes, just thank you guys again, and thank you all for tuning in to just get a chance to hear from Shane and Jillian. Once again, they are amazing, and I just praise God for them. We will be having revival news next week, so tune in, and we will see you next year. Have a very blessed rest of your day. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Cool.